FanX is doubling security efforts this year as they prepare to welcome in more than 100,000 visitors. News specialist Mike Anderson live for us on the floor at the Salt Palace where vendors are starting to set up. Mike?
Yeah, organizers are working closely with Salt Lake City Police and other agencies to more than double their security presence. There's also some other efforts you won't see kind of behind the scenes. They say there's no specific reason for it other than to make sure that people can feel safe.
Come to FanX over the next few days.
These are the people who make these shows work.
And you might see some of the stars like John Rhys Davies, especially if you've paid for those experiences. But more than the stars, the souvenirs, this event is about community and geeking out over the things you love.
I have a vicarious thrill when I watch a fan, get maybe a little nervous meeting a celebrity or just get so excited. I kind of live through their eyes as they're meeting these celebrities.
Dan Farr, producer of FanX, says they are hosting around 100 celebrities, not to mention the many more vendors and visitors who will come through here.
We've more than doubled the security staff that we've had in the past. And there's a lot of things we're doing in addition. So we're significantly beefing up security just because we want to make sure that everybody feels safe.
Those efforts are appreciated by vendors who have been made aware, some like Emily Goodwin, who come each year.
I love FanX. I love the vibe. I like the city here. We came from Los Angeles for the show. We come every year. It's very nice.
And that kind of vibe is what makes this worth protecting. Farr says there's no threat or specific concern behind the increased security. Much to the contrary, it's a place to escape the stresses of the world.
Pop culture and fandom is kind of a unifying thing. So yeah, you can have somebody on one side or the other of the political spectrum or the religious spectrum or wherever it is. People can come here and still celebrate Star Wars or Star Trek.
And there's a pretty impressive lineup this year, including the likes of William Shatner and David Tennant. But Farr says some of the biggest hype he's hearing about is behind Mei Hong. That's one of the voices behind K-pop Demon Hunters. Mike Anderson, KSL 5 News.
All right, the streets are about to get interesting downtown. Thanks, Mike.